I want to move on to Mississippi now because there was a big primary, Senate primary this week as well, and ABC's Jeff Zeleny was covering it.
A bizarre Senate race in Mississippi has the Tea Party boiling.
There is something a bit unusual about a Republican primary that's decided by liberal Democrats.
Chris McDaniel is not backing down, even after narrowly losing the Republican Senate primary to Thad Cochran. Cochran made no secret and no apology for reaching out to African Americans, union workers, and other Democrats to win.
We all have a right to be proud of our state tonight.
Asking for Democratic votes is not a violation of Mississippi law, but accusations of voter fraud have fired up conservatives.
I wonder what the campaign slogan was in Mississippi the past couple days. Uncle Tom's for Thad?
The fight took an even stranger turn Friday. A Mississippi Tea Party leader committed suicide. He'd been arrested for breaking into the nursing home of Senator Cochran's wife. Ken Cuccinelli, a leader of the conservative movement, says the fallout goes well beyond Mississippi.
The conservative grassroots isn't going to tolerate this. They're going to risk ongoing sort of trench warfare within the party.
Establishment Republicans believe Cochran's win increases their odds of taking back the Senate. But President Obama told George he thinks Democrats will hold their majority.
Well, I don't intend to have to deal with this because I think that the Democrats will hang on to the Senate.
Still, the president and all Democrats know it's an uphill climb to November. For This Week, Jeff Zeleny, ABC News, Washington.
So, Bill Kristol, this win by Thad Cochran, I think, surprised a lot of people. Did it surprise you?
A little bit. Their campaign did a very good technical job of turning out some additional voters, but I think it's a Pyrrhic victory. I mean, the momentum in the Republican Party is not with Thad Cochran. It's with the Tea Party. The Tea Party is the one group in America.
They had one big win during these primaries against Eric Skinner, right?
Yeah, but they have nominated a lot of the nominees who are in many states who are acceptable to both the Tea Party and the establishment are running much more populist campaigns. I do think the Tea Party infusion into the Republican Party gives the Republicans a chance to be the party of the working class and the middle class. To get back to our earlier discussion, I very much, Marco Rubio, who gave speeches last week on reform conservatism, Ted Cruz, Scott Walker, Mike Pence, all those people can run against Hillary Clinton as spokesman for working and middle class Americans. And that is a huge tribute to the Tea Party that they have changed. They are changing the Republican Party. They're changing the Republican Party.
Don, explain to me how Thad Cochran, conservative Republican, got African American Democrats in Mississippi to vote for him.
Well, in 1964, he voted for Lyndon Johnson, and he said in part because of the Civil Rights Act. In 1972, he ran against a conservative segregationist Democrat, beat him. He was a Republican, hired the first African American ever from anybody from Mississippi when he worked in Congress. Of course, no one will forget the aid, the support he gave to not just African Americans, but all the people in the Gulf Coast after Hurricane Katrina. That and many other reasons. He had reasons to go after these votes in these high-producing black counties, and that's why I think he won.
You know, George, I think there's an irony because this is the 50th anniversary of Freedom Summer campaign to register African Americans, and you have a party which has worked assiduously to roll back voting rights. I mean, you're facing the greatest curb of voting rights since Reconstruction. And here you have Thad Cochran, who was, I think, put over the top by African-American voters.
He might have to resist those calls to curb voting
But also
rights.
what he did, and Donna told me this, I mean, he also spoke of government as a force for good.
Yeah.
There were ads up. Trent Lott, you can't eat,
He spoke of pork and earmarks as a force for good. I'm happy to go to the voters in 2016 on that issue.
This is a Pyrrhic victory for the establishment of the Republican Party. It's a total Pyrrhic victory. It's only going to engage more energy in this. This, what it looks like, is that the Republican Party in Mississippi wanted to go one direction. The establishment came in and said, no, 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 let's not do that. We love the status quo. We love the status quo. Here's what I have to say about Thad Cochran's victory. If by him winning, which you can expand the electorate, I'm all for all of that, it's going to change the way he behaves in office, then God bless him. But if all of this was about a cynical attempt to win an election, then God save him.